faithfully sharing value and interpreting great books from around the world. Hi, this is Sally talking books. Today we're diving into the book Energy Management. In today's fast paced life, we're drained by high intensity work, sapping our energy. After leaving the office, calls, emails, WeChat, and Ding Talk keep us hooked. Back home, chores pile up, and even family time feels like a burden. Many young professionals rely on smokes, booze, and coffee just to cope. This isn't rare at all. According to Gallup, a top survey firm, two-thirds of workers feel exhausted, and it gets worse with time. Only about 1 in 5 employees with over 3 years on the job can stay energetic. Even worse, many realize their energy's dropping, but just push through. They don't think about using science to boost their energy levels. This book's here to teach us exactly that. Book. Author Jim Lower is a U.S. psychologist and energy management expert. He coached energy for stars like Olympic speed skaters, tennis champ Jensen, Jim Courier, and boxer Mancini. He also advises the FBI hostage team, Estee Lauder, Merrill Lynch, Securities, Pfizer, and McDonald's, teaching energy skills to leaders and founders. In energy management, Jim lays out his research and methods clearly. It became a New York Times bestseller fast, got translated into 28 languages, and Stephen Covey of 7 Habits fame praised it as an amazing approach. Lower says we draw on 4 energies: physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual, all depletable. Running low on any energy tanks are state. Physical's obvious, no strength, no action. Emotional energy is your mental fuel. Low emotional energy breeds worry, depression, and negativity. An individual, if you're full of negative energy, even with plenty of physical strength, your work won't shine. Mental energy is basically brain power. When your mind's exhausted, focus, creativity, all that drops. Willpower energy fuels our motivation to act. Without motivation, work loses its spark. How can you expect good performance then? So, energy management's all about restoring those 4 energy levels after they're drained. Now, let's break down exactly how to do this. First up, physical energy. From a body standpoint, it's all about glucose from food. So tip number 1, eat smart. The usual 3 meals a day. Problem is gaps are too long. 6 to 8 hours between lunch and dinner, even longer to breakfast. Typically 4 hours post-meal, blood sugar dips, and energy tanks. And so the author says, eat breakfast for sure and add more meals daily. Like, snack in the afternoon and evening, aim for 5 or 6 meals to keep energy steady. The author also recommends low glycemic index foods. Glycemic index tracks how fast sugar hits your blood. Low GI foods release it slow, giving steadier energy. Think whole grains, nuts, eggs, fruits like strawberries and apples. High GI foods, like sweet cereals, spike energy quickly but crash hard after 30 minutes. In the show notes below, there's a table of common foods GI. Use it to check and boost your energy. Second tip, sleep. Aim for 7 to 8 hours nightly. Too little or too much hurts your energy and health. Psychologist Dan Kripke tracked 1 million folks for 6 years. 7 to 8 hour sleepers had lowest death rates. Under 4 hours, death risk 2.5 times higher. Over 10 hours, 1.5 times higher. Plus, sleep's when your body grows and heals. Deep sleep boosts cell growth, floods you with hormones and enzymes, reviving tired muscles. Also, even during the day, our energy has ups and downs, so we need to take breaks every hour and a half to 2 hours. Oh, 3 to 4 p.m. is peak tiredness time. A quick nap in the afternoon can really boost your energy fast. Third key for physical energy, exercise. Think cardio and strength training. The author pushes interval training, Yano, splitting workouts into short, intense bursts. After each burst, rest up a bit, then jump into the next one. For cardio, try jogging, stairs, or biking. Anything that pumps your heart up and down rhythmically. Take jogging, start running to get your heart rate climbing slowly. Once your heart rate hits 130, hold it for a minute, then stop till it drops to 90 before jogging again. For strength, hit the weights, like lifting barbells or dumbbells. Do a set, rest, then repeat. Finally, make an energy boost plan, but go slow, focus on one change at a time. If you cram in diet, workouts, and sleep all together, it'll crash in 2 weeks. Do it right. Tackle one thing first, like hitting bed at 11 sharp. Once you're used to it and see perks, say more morning pep, then move to the next. All right, that covers managing your physical energy. Next up, emotional energy management. Key is to chase good vibes and dodge the bad ones. 4 ways. First, get into hobbies regularly, like a few hours weekly for singing, dancing, reading, or museum visits. If it's fun and fulfilling, you'll get that positive energy boost. Second, keep up good ties. Chat more with coworkers and join group hangs after work. After gala, a secret to top performance, make at least one buddy at work. A good pal gives back emotionally, filling you with good vibes. The third way to manage emotional energy is to keep an open mind and step outside your own perspective. Often, what we see as truth might not be real. Stubbornly clinging to our views can trap us in negativity like pessimism or anger. The author shares an example. Toby, a computer company salesman, carefully prepped a sales meeting where a client seemed keen on a big order. Thrilled, Toby sent a follow-up email next day. No reply. Calls and voicemails went unanswered too. Toby felt crushed, doubting his skills, but his friend saw it differently. His friend suggested, the client was enthusiastic at the meeting, definitely interested. They're probably just swamped. Try again later. A week later, Toby emailed again and got a reply in minutes. Turns out the client was on vacation and forgot to tell Toby. And Toby almost fell into his imagined failure. His friend's guidance helped him see beyond his own view, secure the deal, and ditch the negativity. Management. The fourth method for emotional energy is building emotional skills, like patience, empathy, confidence. Empathy means understanding and respecting others. Once these skills grow, you're less likely to spiral into negativity when challenges hit. Say, with more patience, you won't snap or complain as easily. Or, with stronger empathy, when you make others feel respected, they'll validate you back, fueling positive energy. So, how to build these skills? Lower advises deliberate practice plus practical techniques. Here's a quick breakdown of each. First, building patience. When anger flares, take deep breaths, relax your shoulders and face, and mentally coach yourself. Stay calm. This cuts off the negativity surge. For confidence, try activities that leverage your talents, like volunteering for tasks you ace at work or joining skill-based community service in your free time. This builds recognition and self-assurance. Finally, building empathy. That takes some language tricks. For example, if you want someone to feel understood, the best way is to rephrase their point in your own words. And when disagreeing, use softer approaches, like asking, is there another way to handle this? Or say, let's view this differently, while lowering your voice tone. All right, that covers managing emotional energy. Next up, mental energy management. 2 key methods. First, exercise your brain. Mental energy comes from the brain, which works like a muscle. Regular use builds it up, while neglect weakens it. Neuroscientist Richard Restak says, at any age, you can optimize organs like the brain, liver, lungs, kidneys. Overuse wears them down, but the brain actually sharpens with use. We should actively do mental workouts, like learning new knowledge or skills. Harvard Medical School's Jerry Hillman found that learning new things builds fresh connections between brain cells. Even with aging signs or damaged cells, these new links can rescue brain function. Second method, relaxation. After work sessions, let your brain fully rest. Best-selling author Michael Gerber once asked many people, when do you get your best ideas? Most answered, showering, lying in bed, walking, basically during relaxation. Why are people more creative when relaxed? It's tied to how the brain operates. We know the brain has left and right hemispheres. Nobel laureate Roger Sperry found fundamental differences. We mostly use the left brain for logic and order, while relaxin switches us to right brain dominance. The right brain has broader perspective, using intuition to gain insights and inspiration. This is vital for the creative process. Additionally, the author highlights how physical exercise significantly boosts mental energy. Exercise pumps more blood and oxygen to the brain while triggering neurotrophic factors that repair brain cells and prevent damage. All right, that covers managing mental energy. Finally, let's explore the fourth dimension, willpower energy, rooted in core values like integrity, compassion, loyalty, sharing, and purposes beyond self interest, such as caring for others or serving society. A University of Rochester study shows that chasing external rewards like power or money quickly drains our passion. So, the key to willpower energy is setting values driven goals. Consider Jia Li, an executive at a major financial services firm. Despite good pay, he struggled to engage. Constant travel kept him from his daughter, filling him with regret. Though a talented athlete himself, he rarely cheered at his daughter's school games. Later, Jia Li volunteered as a basketball coach at an orphanage, though it took 3 weeknights plus Saturdays for games. Giving back reignited his excitement and fulfillment. In this experience revealed his deep value for sharing and helping others. He then set a new goal, becoming a mentor at work, guiding younger colleagues. He started engaging employees off hours, boosting their skills and career planning. This gave Jia Li renewed purpose at work, reigniting his energy and passion. Jim Lower states that aligning with values and goals is the hardest part of energy management. Often we think we're living our values, but aren't. It takes self reflection to spot misalignments and courage to change. The author shares an example. Mike, a successful investment advisor. He'd always exaggerated to clients and hid information from them. When talking to clients, he'd double the estimated numbers. His constant hype made clients load up on tech stocks during the bull market, so they performed well at first. Colleagues hinted he wasn't honest, which upset Mike deeply. In his view, he was more upright than most peers. He believed his approach was honest. Clients making money proved him right. But that illusion shattered when tech stocks crashed hard, with more drops looming. Mike faced huge pressure. Keep lying to retain clients temporarily, or be honest to minimize losses. Even if it meant losing clients, a wrong choice could destroy his career and ruin him personally. Luckily, through reflection, Mike realized his dishonesty caused it all. He found the courage to change. He confessed to clients. He'd hyped the tech stocks, admitted fault, and sold. Some left, but it proved wise. Over the next 18 months, stocks kept plunging. Rivals suffered huge losses, while Mike preserved clients' assets. Many, moved by his honesty, referred new clients, growing his business and reigniting his passion. Right. That covers willpower energy. We've now explored all four energy dimensions. Finally, let's tackle two common questions. First, how do we know if our energy management works and where it falls short? Self-deception, a psychological defense, makes us blind to our own reality. For example, the author's doctor friend treated lung patients daily, knew smoking's risks, yet for 20 years never considered quitting, as if those cases didn't exist. The consequence? He eventually got lung cancer too. Since self-deception exists, to grasp your real energy state, don't go by feelings. Treat yourself like a research subject for thorough review. First, examine each of the four energy dimensions one by one. How's our diet and sleep quality? How much negative emotion is in life and work? Has attention or memory slipped? Is there a gap between values and daily actions? Next, check where your energy is going. How much is invested in yourself? How much goes to things you control? How much to growth and output? How much is used to fight off negative emotions? What if folks around you think of you? Finally, lower listed common energy obstacles in the show notes. Check if you have them too. All right, that covers the first question. Now let's tackle the second question. Some folks learn energy management, try to change, but it doesn't stick. They revert fast. Why? Lower thinks it's cause they over rely on willpower, but each use drains energy reserves. The researchers did an experiment. Two groups couldn't eat for hours, then snacks were put in front of them. Group 1 ate freely, Group 2 only radishes. Then both did a puzzle game. Group 1 showed way more patience. Lots of similar experiments exist, and results are consistent. Any act of self-control reduces willpower available next. In other words, willpower isn't endless. If everything depends on willpower, it gets used up fast. So how to manage energy without relying on willpower? A good way is building habits. Habit formation cuts willpower drain. Habits need precise plans, like for exercise and rest. Set exact times and frequencies daily. Researchers experimented. Participants had 48 hours to submit a plan report. Half specified when and where to write, half didn't. Result: 75% of Group 1 submitted reports on time, while only 1/3 of Group 2 did. This experiment shows that precise behavioral planning boosts success rates. Take Judy, a designer struggling with workplace insecurity. Fear of rejection stopped her from reaching new clients. Second, she feared conflict, always caving to clients' ideas during design discussions. This shrank her client circle and stifled her creativity, deepening her insecurity. She wanted to leave her comfort zone to build courage and confidence. And it was tough. Cold or difficult clients made her retreat immediately. And she crafted two new habits. First habit: call clients every Monday and Wednesday at 9 a.m. sharp. Second, voice her true opinions during disagreements. To her surprise, most clients valued her design perspective. Her second habit: teach English to local Spanish kids one afternoon weekly. Judy was multilingual, fluent in English, Spanish, and French. Though unrelated to work, teaching let her showcase talent and gain self-validation. This emotionally recharged her energy reserves. Lastly, beyond habits, attention redirection helps behavioral change. When resisting harmful behavior, shift focus to a positive alternative. Example: instead of fighting dessert cravings, eat a favorite fruit each time. That concludes the core insights of this book. Let's briefly recap the 4 dimensions of energy management. First, physical energy management. Key strategies: eat multiple low GI meals daily for steady energy. Get 7 to 8 hours sleep. Take breaks every 1.5 to 2 hours. Plus, the author recommends interval training for exercise. The second dimension is emotional energy. It fuels positive mental vibes and replenishes emotional reserves. Key tactics: join hobbies regularly, maintain strong relationships, stay open-minded, and build emotional skills. Third dimension, mental energy, powers focus and creativity. Challenge your brain to expand it. Plus, rest and relax to switch brain hemispheres and spark innovation. Fourth dimension, willpower energy. Key is setting values-driven goals. And through self-reflection, spot actions that clash with your values. We also covered 2 common energy management challenges. First, audit all 4 energy dimensions, performance and drains, to see your true energy state. Second, change hinges on building new habits. Let habits run the show. Habits need precise plans. Attention redirection tricks mean no more forcing yourself. But Donald's VP Pat Crow said after learning this, I can't add hours or cut stress, but now I tap something far more valuable: my energy. If you want unstoppable energy for life's battles, start actively managing yours today. All right, that concludes our journey through energy management. Show notes below. See you tomorrow.